If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Kempire is brought to you by...
We have officially kicked off our Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era live experience tour. Philly, you were fantastic. We talked about so much during that show, from hot topics to Real Housewives. We covered everything. I need a 3-hour show. Unfortunately, they won't give it to us, but it's okay. It's okay. We can end up talking about all of these hot topics during the meet and greets as well. I'm coming to Atlanta on August 5th. Then DC on August 22nd, then back in New York City on September 12th. So excited to meet and greet with you guys. All of the shows have meet and greets available, but the New York City show has a live stream option. So if you're around the country or around the world, you have an opportunity to experience the Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era for yourself. Head on over to the description of this podcast episode for details on how you can get tickets for when we come to Atlanta, DC, or our New York City show. I'll see you guys all in a couple of weeks. Yeah, see you guys soon.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Hey, y'all. Shout out to our Twitch fam. Our Twitch fam is growing, y'all. Our Twitch fam is growing. I see you guys on Twitch. Hey, Nelson, a.k.a. Neo. Hey, Ree. Hey, Coco. Hey, Soul Child Sweet. The reason why I'm focusing on Twitch to let you guys know, we stream in 4K, and the quality on Twitch is top quality. For those that want to join our chat there, you can. But I know you guys have your preferences, okay? The same as Laverne Cox. That kind of? Oh, no? Anyway, shout out to our TikTok fam as well. We're not live on TikTok right now. Any fake TikTok accounts, report them, y'all. There's a bunch of fakery going on TikTok. See, hence why I shouldn't be going live there simultaneously as I'm going live here. So we'll focus on our Facebook and our YouTube and our Twitch and Twitter community. We appreciate you guys being here. This is a special Friday Night Live where we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The final episode for season 16 is set to air this Sunday. You're welcome, Bravo. You're welcome. Yeah, anyway. Well, word on the street, and I heard this from multiple sources, that they're set to start filming next month. So if we thought there were going to be any sort of cast changes, this past week there was rumors that Shamea took her RHOA out of her bio, only for her to come out and say, I never had it in my bio. So I find it hard to believe that they're going to make any drastic cast changes for season 17 or even bring in any major newbies if they're going to start filming next month. I haven't heard anything about Nene. I haven't heard anything about Kenya. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I haven't heard anything. But maybe once I get to Atlanta on August 5th, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live show is coming to your city. We're coming there on August 5th. We're coming to Atlanta on August 5th, then DC on August 22nd, New York City on September 12th. Meet and greets are available for all the shows, but the New York City show has a special live stream option. So even if you came to the Philly show, you coming to the Atlanta show, or you're coming to the Washington, DC show, or maybe you live in Sweden like Boxy, you can attend this show and have the video for a week. And what I talk about in those other cities won't be what we talk about come September in New York City. So go get your tickets today for the New York City show. All right, I've digressed. Okay. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, you may have seen, there's a lot of stuff playing out. First of all, Simon Govadia did an interview with Michelle A.T.L.E. and Brown. I will be citing my source in the description after the live, just because we planned this very last minute, but you can just go to her YouTube channel and see the first part of her interview with Simon. Because this is all related, because one of the questions that came up during the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 2 was the fact that was Shamea the one that hooked up Porsha with Simon? So Shamea says no. They both have said they met each other in the DMs. Okay. Then Portia's reaction when asked about it was giving, wait, is that not the way, Porsha? And then Porsha was like, yeah. So I think we still do not have an understanding as to, was Shamea the one? Well, Simon in his interview with Michelle A.T.L.E. and Brown, straight from the A, answers that question. I don't know if you were really cared, but we have the answer, I think. Maybe Shamea's vindicated? Maybe? All right. You know what? Andre says, Kempire, are you heading to Atlanta to film with the girls? No, I'm not trying to be on reality television like Messy Marcus. I've been asked before, too. Someone's like, oh, if you want to film with us? I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I don't want to be on reality television because then they can depict you whatever way they want to depict you. Add your voice. Oh, no. No, thank you. All right. Let me play this clip for you because Simone, that was a slip. A Freudian slip? Maybe. Simon, in his interview, and again, you can see the full interview on Michelle A.T.L.E. and Brown's YouTube channel, because he talks about a few different things. He talks about being detained by ICE. He talks about the house situation. I do want to play the clip in regards to the house situation because that's interesting. I have commentary. We're going to play this under the Fair Use Copyright Act, blah, 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 for research and commentary purposes. And again, we're citing our sources here. All right, let me play this clip for you, and I want to hear what you guys have to say.
That whole facade. Can you tell us, and then there's an argument about Shamea introducing you, and that's been the whole thing. Did she slide in the DM, or did Shamea introduce her, or did they know each other beforehand? Like, can you clear up any of that?
First of all, the first time I ever interacted with Porsha was at my home, when they came in to film and introduce.
Sidebar, Simon's living his best life in Dubai with all the other scammers. OMG. He's in his robe. He's real comfortable. Okay. Living his best life over there.
My ex-wife at the time.
And I see you laid it out for us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, that makes me want to get married all over again.
Do y'all see Simon? Hold on, pause. Y'all see Simon here? Hold on, let me run. Look at Simon after the glow. Look at the Simon before the glow up and then after. This is before the glow up. All right, before Porsha got him in the waist trainers and the new teeth. I just like to point it out because we met Simon before and we're like, oh,
Get married all over again.
what did he say?
And that's when we had the fist bump, and that was real. We'd never met prior. I mean, we've never spoken to each other. We've been in the same area, in the same vicinity. We have mutual friends, but we've never interacted with each other until she showed up at my doorstep. So,
not till she showed up at my doorstep. I mean, he means it literally, but the way he said it, like, okay.
When I filed for divorce from that situation and became public, I actually was in Costa Rica, my home in Costa Rica, when I, got a DM from her. And it was one line, I'm praying for you and your family.
And when she says praying, she means PREYING. Because why are you reaching out to Simon? The announcement of their divorce, because here's the thing. If there were other people on this cast, I wonder, not single eligible men. I'm talking about just a random person not even a random person, someone that she shared time with on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you think Porsha is going to be sending them a DM? Or do you think that Porsha was praying on Simon Govadia? All right.
And I laughed at the time. I was, in the middle of drinking at the time. I've said to myself a couple of times, so some of the bad decisions that I've made, what was I doing when I made those decisions? And they had one common thread. I was drinking tequila.
Is he really going to... If you've been following some of the interviews, he did an interview with Page Six. He did an interview with Straight from the A. There's always an excuse. Are we supposed to believe that you decided to get into this relationship with Porsha because you were under the influence of tequila? Okay, come on.
So I guess when
tequila from the bar.
I've stopped drinking tequila. At least if I have to make decisions, important decisions, I don't drink anymore. But for the most part, I entertained it because I've been drinking, and I said to myself, I said, this is going to be interesting, and I would say I pushed on and said, where are you? And she said she was in Atlanta, and
but listen to that last part. The praying because come on, that's the thing. I don't feel sorry for either one of them, because they both were praying preying on each other. Come on.
And I would say I pushed on and said, where are you? And
wait, I need to go back.
I said to myself, I said, this is going to be interesting. And
he got that DM and he got, oh my God, the Queen of Thotlandia is in my DM. Okay, let me paint the picture for you. Imagine your big crush or someone that you're attracted to sends you a DM and it's their real account, okay? Check mark and everything, blue mark and everything. They've said someone that you've had feelings for, and maybe not, okay, let me not say that you had feelings for, but someone that you're attracted to. Okay, and they send you a DM, and Simon was feeling all hot and bothered. He, you have to remember the whole Fallon of it all. She's got 2 babies by the pool boy. He found out that she was cheating allegedly, and now Porsha, TV star Porsha, is in my DMs. The Queen of Thotlandia is in my DMs. Like, I'm all hot and bothered for him. And I'm not even gay. I mean, I'm not even straight. I'm like, ooh. It's like it's if Kelly Rowland sent me a DM. Not really.
I would say I pushed on and said, where are you? And she said she was in Atlanta.
He said, where are y'all? Know if when y'all flirt, if someone's flirting with you, you're like, oh, so where you at? What you doing? Where you at? You know what I mean? Come on.
And turns out she was with Shamea at the St. Regis.
Okay, I got a question.
She was with Shamea. You know what they like to do at the St. Regis?
If you came back in another life, what would you want to be?
Well, I like to people watch, so I'll probably be, I don't know, a stalker.
Shamea can't help to be cringy. Y'all notice that? Do y'all notice a pattern with Shamea? And Shamea, this is not me getting on the hate. Mind you, the way I've come down on Shamea, she should block me. Because, look, and I don't mean any harm, Shamea, but the way I've come down on Shamea, I could understand that she blocked me. But I'm not in her comments, so that's probably why she hasn't, like Porsha. Portia's very sensitive. Shamea just can't help but be cringe. Every time we turn around, look, Tress says stalker. Yeah, she can't help but be cringe. It's like, Shamea, please stop. Please. Okay?
And I don't know what conversation they had, if Shamea was the one who suggested she DM me or she did it on her own. I'm not sure what happened. But the first date we ever sat down and ate in a private room Shamea and her husband were there.
Ciao.
So, again, for those that are just joining us, we're talking about just at this particular point, based on everything that we have to talk about, is Shamea's downfall. Because you remember, during the reunion, Shamea denied hooking up Porsha and Simon. She said they met in each other's DMs. And based on what Simon's saying, that still stands to be true. But their first date, meaning Porsha and Simon's first date, was with Gerald and Shamea. And remember, I did a video back in 2021. You guys reminded me that in the comment section, Porsha said, "You're the best matchmaker ever" to Shamea. So on some level, Shamea had something to do with it.
So it was, and I think I don't know if we ever released any pictures on that particular first date. I think it was somewhere around April 17th or thereabout. And we took a picture, we memorialized it. We took a picture, we took videos.
Drop the picture, Simon. You should drop the picture on social media. Mr. Melon Magic says, "I'm surprised he hasn't messaged you for an interview, Kemp." No, he's seen my videos. He wants to go to places where he's going to be celebrated and not, made fun of with the voice. He's not gonna come here, which is fine. It's fine.
And Gerald were present at our first date.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that, thanks for clearing that up, because that was one of the things. I know you haven't been following the show, but that was one of the things in the reunion where they were like, did you slide into the DMs or did Shamea introduce you?
Okay, so again, I will be citing my sources in the description so you guys can see the first part of Michelle Atalian Brown's interview with Simon Govadia. There were some other things that he talked about that I wanted to play for you guys. I don't have the video here, but I'm going to play the audio so you guys can hear what was said in regards to the house. Because you remember, that was one of the things that Porsha ends up getting in the divorce. All right? So he further explains his issues with the prenup. Take a listen to another part of the interview between Michelle and Simon Govadia.
From a position of, if you're not going to be working, you made the determination you no longer want to work. You don't want to be a part of the show anymore. We looked at it from the perspective that you're not going to be working for however many years, and you might need some time, in order to return back to that space. It was something that was kind of contentious.
It makes me wonder why Porsha really ended up leaving Dish Nation. She left Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we speculated that the reason why she left Real Housewives of Atlanta was because she did not want to be held accountable for allegedly taking Fallon's man or her friend's man, whatever. We won't get into that. We've talked about this endlessly. But now I wonder, what was the motivation behind that? Was that something that you and Simon agreed that, she didn't want to work? Or maybe she doesn't want to work. It's hard. Filming reality television is not easy. And in exposing your life, it's not easy. And it's not an easy thing. I know a lot of people think that it's an easy check. But in her mind, she's probably, no, this is an easier check. Being laid up under Simon Govadia.
What is this, honey?
I needed to say, being laid up under Simon Govadia. Damn, the things people will do for a lifestyle. Let me continue.
For us, because in my prior relationship, I owned the house, and you had to leave within 90 days. That's what I wanted.
Remember, he's been married, 3 other times before? Or 4 other times? She was his 4th wife, right? I can't keep up. He's been married multiple times. I mean, she has been too, but one other time. Okay.
With in this particular marriage, that if it doesn't work out, you stay there for X amount of time. My last one was 90 days, and collect whatever we agree upon and be gone.
So he's talking about these were the agreements that he had in his previous marriages. That the wife would end up staying there for a period of time, and then they would leave. However, the prenuptial agreement did not say that. So I don't know what he's arguing here, but okay.
This matter, I made an exception because I really cared about this person. And that's one thing about me. If I care about you, I'm going to treat you well, whether you're with me or not.
Mm-hmm.
The last situation, it was I didn't have to pay for that person to live where they live. I paid a whole year for her boyfriend, and her baby to live. I didn't have to do that. What I was trying to do.
He's talking
was
about
say,
Fallon,
hey,
y'all. He's talking about Fallon. Play back. Hold on. But we kind of knew this. If you remember, we were following the whole Fallon of it all. That was her prenuptial agreement details.
And it was I didn't have to pay for that person to live where they live. I paid a whole year for her boyfriend, and her baby to live. I didn't have to do that. What I was trying to do was say, hey, okay, if after work, been in this marriage 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't work out, well, you would have been out of the spotlight for a good amount of time. And if that's all the skill set you have of being in front of a camera.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Mama.
It would not be, it would be the right thing to do to give her time to ramp up to that. And that's how we ended up with 36 months.
Okay. But y'all were only married for what, 15 months?
We were married for 14 months.
Okay,
we were married for 14 months, and, no contract is perfect, by the way. But most contracts expect you to come into it in good faith.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about...
So he's saying that Porsha did not come into this marriage in good faith. You think he came into this marriage in good faith? Again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I think Simon's more annoyed that he got scammed, and he's so used to allegedly scamming people. Allegedly.
And I don't know if I can...
The divorce and the challenges of her grounds for divorce and all of that, like, were you caught off guard with the divorce filing? Like you were just saying that you negotiated the prenup thinking, in 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Are you still there? Oh, he's gone.
Well, he was in Dubai. So the signal was going in and out. All right. So I just wanted to play a little bit of a clip. Again, you can see part one of Michelle Atalian Brown's interview straight from the A with Simon Govadia on her YouTube channel. Part two is not available yet, but I wanted to play those couple of clips for you guys in regards to some of the things that Simon is basically trying to make himself out to be the victim, a victim of Porsha, not surviving Porsha. And this is, well, I have to say, one of the things that they brought up in this interview and conversation was the fact that the timeliness of him getting detained by ICE and then all of a sudden magically being released by ICE. You know what I mean? I will say that is a little fishy to me. Anyone else? The timing, come on. He gets detained by ICE right before the season premieres. All of a sudden, before we get to the reunion, they set him go and they deport him. The timeliness is interesting. Like, I've never been one of the people to believe that Porsha called ICE on him. That is a question that Michelle asked him. He also doesn't necessarily, he said he doesn't, it's not something that he says, oh, absolutely not. However, he also understands what was happening in America at this particular time when it comes to this current administration. So I have to say he was fair in regards to that. And he's right. One of the things that, because they also talk about his deportation and ICE and his experience being detained for like 4 months. He is right. Like, right now, none of us that are actual citizens or, feel as if it could happen to us, but anything can happen. Anything can happen, especially with what's happening in our current administration. We don't know what's impossible right now. So that was Simon's interview. Again, him trying to make himself out to be the victim. But I really don't think that he's a victim. But please understand, this also doesn't mean that I believe that Porsha is completely innocent as well. I think you attract what you are. And I know that's sometimes hard to hear, especially if you've been through something and you've attracted some terrible person into your life. I'm sorry. But on some level, you attracted a part of who you are or what you think you deserve. That it's probably more what you think you deserve. So if anything, when someone like that shows up in your life, it's a reminder to you to be like, you know what? I deserve better. And that's exactly what Porsha Thoughtlandia, formerly Govadia Williams, said. She said, you know what? I deserve better. She learned from the Cordell of it all, and she won. Oh, I can't wait to come to Atlanta on August 5th because I am going to give you guys a special show because we are really going to dig deep. That's what Porsha said when she was looking at his accounts. We're going to really dig deep into Real Housewives of Atlanta and what happened this year, this season, this relationship, everything that played out. Don't forget the Kempire After Dark, the villain era is coming to your city, Atlanta, on August 5th. Let's sell out this show together, August 5th. Then we're coming to DC on August 22nd. And then we're in New York City on September 12th. Go get your tickets today. We're not done, y'all. We still have a lot more to unpack this evening. Ticket information is available in the description. All right? All right, let me say thank you before we get to part 2 of what we need to talk about. Because Shamea, we're not done with you, girl. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Kim says, if you go to Detroit, I bet you'll... Wait, hold on. If you go to Detroit, I bet you'll get some Canadian... Oh, I need to look at a map. Oh, Kim, that's a good idea. Because we were talking about this earlier during my recap of the Real Housewives of Orange County. I said, I should try and do Detroit. I haven't tried to do Detroit, so I haven't even looked at venues in Detroit. You're right. I might get some Canadians and some Chicagoans. I know it's like a 3-4 hour drive, but it's not a lot. We had a lady from Seattle come to Philly. We've had people come from Texas come to New York. I'm not saying that you have to, but you really want to see the show. Mama Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to our King's Guards, guys. Please be sure to say thank you and show love to our King's Guards in the live chat. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I see you, Twitch fam. Shout out to our Twitch fam. Be sure to follow us on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming exclusively on Twitch for certain things. So, exclusive things. Mama Ali says, after the 3rd marriage, why bother? Seriously, my sister is on her 5th. Damn, why y'all throwing y'all family under the bus? And I just see the definition of insanity with these marriage addicts. Well, damn, well, not you reading Simon and reading your sister. I appreciate it, though. It's funny. Right? Wait a second. Mrs. Creek says, I didn't realize that. Windsor, Canada is 5 minutes from Detroit. What? Wow. All right. All right. Let's move on. Look, Soul Swift says, yes, come to Detroit. She said, I'd be in the building for sure. I never tried for Detroit. We might have to try for Detroit. I'll do some homework this weekend. Y'all stay tuned. No promises, though. Look, no promises. All right. Let me get back into this, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We are give you an update on everything that's Real Housewives of Atlanta related. Don't forget the final episode. You're welcome, Bravo. Like, they're not paying me. The final part of season 16's reunion, Real Housewives of Atlanta, is going to air this Sunday. Sidebar, I took a walk yesterday and I was like, you guys, if you follow the channel, you know I talk about Cynthia and Crystal's podcast. I don't like a lot of podcasts, and that's no offense to anybody. There's just a lot of them out there, but not a lot of people you want to listen to, okay? Their podcasts, sometimes they talk about housewives every once in a while, but they talk about their lives. They're such an easy listen. They had me listening. They were talking about food, and they were talking about chicken McNuggets the other day. And I was just like, and mind you, they were talking about a video that they watched where how chicken McNuggets are actually made, and they're gross, but chicken McNuggets are so delicious. And the more they talked about it, I was like, damn, I want a chicken McNugget. I didn't end up getting chicken McNuggets, but I'm just saying. But anyway, I say all that to say because I was thinking of Cynthia when talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you guys think that Cynthia will come back for a sour 17? I don't know what they're going to call it. Season 17? I don't see them making any major changes. If they're going to start filming almost immediately in August, I can also see Shamea returning. Let's talk about Shamea because part 3 of this reunion, the previews for what's to come is playing out. Before we get to the Porsha and the Shamea of it all, Charles Oakley is asked by Andy Cohen, you know, a lot of people think that you don't like your wife based off what we saw this season. And this is what he had to say. We're going to play this under fair use. I'm going to stop and go because, Bravo of all the networks are probably the most finicky when we play audio or video of their stuff. Mind you, we're promoting a show that's not getting the ratings. I think it might be automated. All right. J-Spot that said 50 Cent is needed. All right. Look, Foxy says she's needed. I mean, she was definitely, I know some people say that she didn't bring a lot. For me, though, she brought more than Phaedra, if we're going to be honest. Come on. I know Phaedra was only there for like the last 10 days, but Cynthia brought a lot more. I wonder, I haven't heard anything about Kenya Moore returning. I know a lot of people want her to return. Again, I said to you before, I don't see Kenya returning if there's litigation hovering. Again, she hasn't actually moved forward with the lawsuit, Britt Eady. But if that's lingering, I don't see them bringing Kenya back. I know Kenya would come back. I know Kenya wants to go back. We'll see. When I go down to Atlanta, I'm going down on a mission. I'm going to get some information. And I'm going to see if they're filming. I'm going to be like this. I'm not there for long, though. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon always comes with the news. I almost forgot, but I did see this. Miss Sharon says Cynthia's filming a new movie. Cynthia's doing a lot. Cynthia said, you know what? This time around on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm going to make sure I churn out some more businesses. I will say when she was on Atlanta, she was always churning out businesses. And apparently she has, she still has that clothing line in the bag line. She still has that. And she just launched another liquor. She has the tequila, she says. She's got a skincare thing. All of them are trying to have something that's outside of the show that's going to make more money than this show. And they should, because they don't get residuals from being on these reality shows. Sherry, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Sherry, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I probably am not. Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Queen says people from Vancouver can also come to Seattle. Anyway, sees. All right, Seattle. All right, Lord. You would think that you guys are my tour managers. I wish I had one. That would help. Just saying. Y'all see, I'm live right now doing this. I had to prepare for this show, and y'all want me to book a tour. All right? Win a case. Book a tour. What? All right. Angel says Kenya supposedly is doing a makeup line coming soon. Ooh, that makes sense. All right. Powerful says Kenya needs that check. I'm reading comments from Twitch. Hey, Powerful. Angel says making up for lost time shooting right away is not going to help RHOA. Unless they have some people in mind that they want to bring in for this new season. I did see, and I mentioned this during our Real Housewives of Orange County, it was announced that Kelly's restaurant, the one that she was building in Sandy Springs, Nana's Chicken and Waffles, she's finally opened it. So I'm sure we're going to see that play out. And so she even mentioned Andy, because you remember Andy talked about it during the reunion, that I'm concerned that you should be investing in your restaurant and not buying all these bags and things for your dog. But okay, let me get back into this, y'all. Please and thank you. All right. Let me play for you another clip. This clip is from Charles Oakley. So the husbands, I'm going to put husbands in quotes because there's Ralph, then there's the baby daddy, Dennis, that come out. And Dennis is sitting behind Phaedra and not, Ralph is sitting behind Phaedra and not Drew. Let me play this clip for you.
Have you watched the season?
Yes, I watched some shows.
How do you feel Angela did on the show?
I think she did great. She cried a couple times, but just telling, hey, you jumped in the pool, you got to know how to swim.
Charles, there were a lot of moments where Angela would be saying to you, do you miss me? And you were kind of holding back a little bit, which I think led to a perception amongst...
And pause. I blame Angela for that, too, because she set it up, especially because she knows him better than we know him. She set him up to look that way. Wait a minute. Do you think that, now I think about it, she set him up to look like this? Do you think she set him up to be the cheater? Did she really bamboozle us? Oh, my God. Did she hire Messy Marcus? Now I think about... Hold on a minute. I'm not being serious, y'all. But then I may be 1% serious. Angela, did you set him up this season to look this way? Are you mad at Charles?
Viewers, that you don't care for her very much.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
What's you need a kiss? I'm not the guy who just be all over Angela on TV. I don't try to put on for cameras. And she know I love her, and I wouldn't be if I didn't love her and the kids. So, hey, keep watching.
I give it up to you, a man of your profile especially. I mean, you showed up for her over and over.
So I'm her husband, and I fought to have her back. And through thick and thin, so it is what it is.
A lot of the ladies mentioned that they didn't know that you were married. Were you hiding that you had a wife?
Including Phaedra. We're going to play that clip, too, from when Phaedra talks about knowing Charles.
I wasn't hiding. I don't know who's married neither. I hear that all the time. You know, people be in the streets. I hear a lot of people say I'm in the streets. A lot of people say they know me but don't know me. Shamea.
We were talking about this the other day during our recap of the part 2 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was like, a lot of these people in Atlanta probably think they know Charles and they've just been in the same room as him. There's a big difference between knowing someone and being acquainted with someone versus, oh, I've been in the same room with them. A lot of these Atlanta folks going to these different events feel like they know, well, technically all of us know Beyonce. We've been in the same room with her. Okay? We've been in the same room with her. So all y'all know Beyonce.
Her for the first time on the show, but she said...
Let me play this again. He's talking about Shamea.
You know, people be in the streets. I hear a lot of people say I'm in the streets. A lot of people say they know me but don't know me. Shamea, I met her for the first time on the show, but she said she was at Dominique wedding, and I was there. But
I met you several times.
Where?
You might not know.
Here goes Shamea lying again. Shamea has turned out to be a big old liar. Just when I thought everybody else, I told you there were going to be a lie off this season. I didn't know that Shamea was going to be a part of the lies and the lie offs.
The Dominique wedding, I was there. But
I met you several times.
Where?
You might not know me. Obviously you're a legend, but okay, one second. I met you at Neek's wedding.
No.
And at
you didn't meet me. I was there. That's not me.
Damn, Shamea, you going out sad, girl. He said, I don't know you. I never met you. Who is you?
I'm in the streets. A lot of people say they know me but don't know me. Shamea, I met her for the first time on the show, but she said she was at Dominique wedding.
Wait, I gotta read Keith. Keith is so ridiculous. Keith says, I was at a restaurant a few weeks ago and Jaden Smith was there. Guess we run in the same circles. I didn't know you. Oh, excuse me, Keith. Keith is running in the same circles as Jaden Smith.
Lies! The lies!
Okay.
There, but
I met you several times.
Where?
You might not know me. Obviously you're a legend, but okay, one second. I met you at Neek's wedding.
No.
And at
you didn't meet me. I was there.
Oh, he said you didn't meet me. I was there. Because that's my thing. Like, were you introduced? Did you guys have a conversation, Shamea? Damn, so why is Shamea going out? Like, I hate this for my Taurus sister. She's going out sad. I mean, she was already having a terrible week with the whole Drew of it all and then being thrown under the bus by the luxury designer, proving that Drew's bag was real. Oh, my God. This is so pitiful.
People say they know me but don't know me. Shamea, I met her for the first time on the show, but she said she was at Dominique wedding, and I was there. But
I met you several times.
Where?
You might not know me. Obviously you're a legend, but okay, one second. I met you at Neek's wedding.
No.
And at
you didn't meet me. I was there. That's not me.
Oh, damn, Shamea. Damn. You didn't meet me. I was there. Damn. I would hate for someone to refer to me like that. I'm still on Keith saying that he saw Jaden Smith. I guess we run in the same circles. Oh, damn. Why is Shamea going out so sad? It's supposed to be our time right now for Tauruses. Oh, my gosh. Shamea. Well, you know what? It's probably karma. She pretends to be this particular person and the truth is being revealed. Right? The singer said, Shamea, hold this L. And, Drew told her, take this L and let's move on. They're going to have to move on. If they're going to start filming, Houston Foodie says, Kempire, stop laughing at Shamea. I can't help it. It's just sad. And we're not even done. Because Shamea's continuation of her downfall continues, because you remember one of the things that we've been talking about this season was what happened between Mama Morton and Miss Diane. Because they used to be best friends, not just friends. They used to be best friends. So that comes up during the reunion. And Porsha confirms the tea that people have been sharing on social media or in these YouTube streets. They've been sharing that it all had something to do with both of them owning a daycare center. They both owned a daycare business. Apparently, Miss Diane's daycare business was closing, going to foreclosure. And Mama Morton came in and stole the business. Damn. But if we think we're going to get the answer to it, based off of this...
You know that feeling when your day finally slows down and you just want to relax, unplug, and feel good? That's where Mood.com comes in. They're changing the game, delivering legal THC products right to your door, no shady dealers, and absolutely no medical card required, just good vibes and better sleep, shipped straight from their farm to your couch. From delicious THC gummies, smooth vape pens, to premium THC flower, Mood has it all. And everything's federally legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. Yeah, this isn't some loophole. It's the real deal. Head to Mood.com and use code FIRST20 for 20% off your first order. That's MOOD.com. Find your mood.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Clip from the reunion, I don't think we're going to get to the bottom of it because something happened. But remember, we speculate, did it have something to do with the daycare business or did it have something to do with the man? I think we might be both right. Maybe it started about a man and then it has something to do with a business. I don't know. I'm speculating again. Okay. Let me, Nisi says, I hope Shamea can redeem herself in this new season. Maybe. Funky says, Kempire, it's okay to lean into your Cancer side. Your Taurus is down bad. Ooh. Cancer's rewrite at dawn. I mean, I might have to. I did watch was it a TikTok where they said that your rising sign is actually the sign that you really should be connected more to. It really should be like your sun sign as opposed to your a lesser of the top three. So I guess I'm a Cancer.
Lies! The lie!
April, is it bad that when you said buttermilk, I thought about buttermilk pancakes? Oh, I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus. I can't. Oh, my goodness. All right. What is that to say? Kempire, what does it take to promote you? I'm all over New York City. Holla at me. Gemini energy at work. What's good? What do you mean to promote me in New York? DM me on Instagram. All right. Anyway, focus. Okay. Let me play this clip for you in regards to Porsha versus Shamea. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I guess I'll play it. Never mind.
Birthday campaign right after that.
I did not.
Why are you fighting?
Birthday post for you.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
And she continued her smear campaign right after that.
I did not.
Why are you fighting with me?
Why are you fighting with me?
Because you're lying.
And you don't think you've been lying too? And
about what?
Too.
What have I lied
you
about?
You posted about my mom saying she did something egregious to your mom.
She absolutely
did. First of all, why are you even bringing up my mom?
What did she
Girl,
do?
I've never. And anytime people ask me about your mom, I say, that's not my business.
What happened?
My mom and her mom, they were best friends. They were both in the childcare industry, and they both, gave tips to each other back and forth. My mom, now her location was going under foreclosure, and her mom went behind my mom's back, and she bought it as soon as it went on foreclosure.
We have to pay attention to the details. I have more questions because I want to know, based on what Porsha says here, did Miss Diane own the building? Because it sounds as if Miss Diane didn't own the building and she found out the owner was going into foreclosure. So that's an important detail. Just saying. Let me play it back.
About your mom, too?
Right after that.
I did not.
Why are you fighting with me?
Why are you fighting with me?
Because you're lying.
And you don't think you've been lying too? And
about what? What have I lied about?
You posted about my mom saying she did something egregious to your mom.
She absolutely
did. First of all, why are you even bringing up my mom?
What did she do?
I've never. And anytime people ask me about your mom, I say, that's not my business.
What happened?
My mom and her mom, they were best friends. They were both in the childcare industry, and they both, gave tips to each other back and forth. My mom, now her location was going under foreclosure, and her mom went behind my mom's back, and she bought it as soon as it went on foreclosure. That is absolutely true. Stop. This is how my mom found out that her mom bought her best friend's business, when we drove past it. And they were taking down my mom's sign, putting up her mother's sign.
They weren't talking for years prior to my mom buying that business.
I mean, that when you look at it that way, it does sound a little like, damn, that's a little shady. You know what I mean? That's a little shady. Like, But again, this is where Andy could be asking a little bit more questions, because I need a little clarity on. At the end of the day, I feel like the root of the issues between Porsha and Shamea are their mothers. I think they've been able to kind of get along to go along, but I think the root of their issues has to be with their mothers. And I think if we get to the root, I mean, I'm also being nosy, but I think if we get to the root, we'll have a better understanding as to why we were here. And maybe, possibly, we can heal whatever it is. But based off what Porsha is saying, that does sound grimy. If that was, again, pay attention to what Shamea says. Shamea says that they weren't talking for years at that particular point. But if you haven't been talking to someone for a very long time and they were once your friend, not sure how that friendship ended before, because they don't get into that, do you still do something like that? Or you reach out to your friend and be like, well, I see that the business is in foreclosure. I'm thinking about buying it, but out of respect for you, I wanted to let you know. But we don't know why they ended up not being friends before that. According to Portia's making it seem it was this that ended the friendship. Nola, we're going to play Shamea's part in a second. I just wanted to ask some questions.
My mom, now her location was going under foreclosure, and her mom went behind my mom's back, and she bought it as soon as it went on foreclosure. That is absolutely true. Stop. This is how my mom found out that her mom bought her best friend's business, when we drove past it. And they were taking down my mom's sign, putting up her mother's sign.
They weren't talking for years prior to my mom buying that.
She says they weren't talking for years prior to her mom buying the business. Why weren't they talking for years if they were best friends? So there's more to the story. Why weren't they talking for years?
Business, when we drove past it. And they were taking down my mom's sign, putting up her mother's sign.
They weren't talking for years prior to my mom buying that business.
That's absolutely not true.
You're lying right now. They weren't.
I saw it
right now. They were not talking for some other stuff that happened that I don't want to speak on.
Another great lie. That's not true.
Why did they initially?
I don't want to speak on it, because this is really going to go left.
Okay.
That mom stuff is deep rooted.
Okay.
So there's more to the story. And Andy basically is like, okay, we won't go any further. No. Let's go further, because we're not going to get to the bottom of it. You're not going to get a resolution on what's happening between these women. I honestly believe that what's happening between them stems from their mom's issues. Unless we're going to play that out for the season, unless that's the direction that they're going for the season, for season 17, because word on the street, for those that are just joining us, they're going to start filming the new season of Atlanta next month when I'm down there. I don't know. It may not be filming because I'm there the first week of August.
They did not just
Wait.
about it as soon as it went on foreclosure. That is absolutely true. Stop. This is how my mom found out that her mom bought her best friend's business when we drove past it. And they were taking down my mom's sign, putting up her mother's sign.
They weren't talking for years prior to my mom buying that business.
Absolutely not true.
You're lying right now. They weren't.
Here's the thing, because I saw what you guys said in the chat, because they remained friends after the fallout between their mothers. Why did Porsha decide to bring that up? Because remember, we ended up watching the episode and we were like, Porsha, why did you even say that? Because whatever Shamea said during the episode did not warrant for you to go on social media and say, stop, don't talk about my mama. What your mother did was very egregious. And we all said, spell it.
Lies!
Would y'all stop? Okay.
Right now. They were not talking for some other stuff that happened that I don't want to speak on.
They were not talking. This is Shamea. They were not talking for some other stuff that happened. What was the other stuff? And we don't get to the bottom of it, y'all. Based off this clip, they all are like, let's move on, because Shamea says she doesn't want to go there. No, let's go there, Shamea. You ain't got no loyalty to Porsha or Miss Diane. Miss Diane don't even like you. Let's talk about it.
Great lie. That's not true.
Why did they initially?
I don't want to speak on it because this is really going to go left. Okay. That mom stuff is deep rooted. Okay. It did not just start with daycare purchase.
I understand. I'm not going to even ask about it.
I think the mom thing conversation.
So they don't even get into the mom stuff. But I feel like April says, in Andy's defense, here you go, April. Look, here you go. No, it's okay, April. I appreciate it. April says, in Andy's defense, his job is to parse through issues that occurred on the show. He's not invested in their real lives and friendships. Well, here's the thing. I feel like this would have been a perfect setup for the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Or maybe I'm just nosy. Okay, fine. I'll just be nosy then. Whatever. I just feel like there was just so much left out there. But again, this could be the setup for the new season. I do believe that Shamea is going to end up coming back. If they're ready to start filming come August, that says to me you're going to get the same cast, except Britt Eady. So who will replace Britt Eady, you think? I can see them then possibly bringing back Kenya, especially if Britt has not really filed this lawsuit. Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Queen says, win a case, own a business. Y'all are terrible. All right, Kendra. Okay, before I get to the rest of the super chats, I am going to drop the call-in link for... Okay, wait. Twitch community, do you guys want the call-in link? Because I will drop the call-in link for Twitch first, just to kind of give a little aha to our Twitch community. You guys want to call in on Twitch? Okay, let me drop it for Twitch community first. I'm going to drop it for the Twitch community first. Okay, call-in link for the Twitch community. All right, I'm dropping it for the Twitch community first. Members, that's not one of your perks, but I'm going to drop it for you next. Hold on, members. Let me go to my YouTube. And guys, on our live chat, keep liking the video. We're not even at 1,000 likes, y'all. And we got, 2,000 people watching? Over 2,000 people watching on YouTube and Facebook? Let's get to at least 750 likes before I drop the call-in link. I don't understand why I got to beg y'all to like something. And y'all been here for like over an hour. Really? Oh, it's not over an hour. It's almost an hour. All right. Let me drop the link for our members here on YouTube. Okay. Members, we've dropped the call-in link for you guys as well. All right. Look, we got quite a few. Some of our folks are members already, but they're watching on Twitch. So shout out to you guys. We're going to get to callers in just a second. If you're just joining us, we're talking about some of the fallout that's been coming for Shamea from the reunion in this new interview with Simon Govadia. So there's a lot happening. Kendra, thank you so much for the super chat. Kendra says, Kempire, I owe you an apology. I was on the Shamea train first episode. By episode 3, I was over her. Should have just kept twerking on the fence. It's all right. You weren't the only one, Kendra. And look, this is why I don't fall in love with Housewives too quickly. I'm like, all right, I like this one. Let me just wait and see. And I was right about Shamea, but I wasn't surprised. Miss Cree, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Cree says, where's the link to purchase a ticket? Charles is old school. My husband is grouchy like him. Miss Cree, are you looking for... if you check the chat, right, the link's working there, right, mods, on YouTube? Or you can go into the description of the video and you can see the link. Or just go to City Winery's website and you can get your tickets, unless you're coming to a DC show or the New York show. But either way, the link tree's in the description. Thank you so much for the super chat. Now, why y'all telling on your family members like this today? Chrissy, thank you so much for the super chat. Chrissy says, wait, you've hyped the Atlanta show up so much, I just bought a ticket. After all this time, you just bought a ticket, Chrissy? After that LA show, I don't want to miss the tea. #nosy. Okay, Chrissy, thank you so much. I keep telling y'all, it's a different experience. I know you guys have a lot of fun and kiki here online with me, but in person is a whole nother experience. Mama Allie, thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, don't forget to give love to our mods in the chats, please. Mama Allie says, okay, so could a crucial point be that Porsha's mom was planning to buy the center from her friend, but Shamea's mom outbid her secretly? Oh, meaning buy from the owner that was in foreclosure? I don't know. My thing is, if they both come back, I think we have to talk about it because you brought it up on the show. We can't just completely ignore it. And maybe if they used to be best friends, and look, I'm not saying that you don't outgrow people. A lot of people that I was close with years ago, I'm not close with now. However, sometimes if you, depending, because I don't know what really went down. I don't know if somebody slept with somebody's man, stole somebody's man, married to that man now. I don't know. But sometimes that can be healed. They used to be best friends, not just friends. Mama Morton and Miss Diane used to be best friends. So it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see if they could heal that. And then, you know what? Reality TV sometimes can help. Keith, thank you so much for the super chat. Keith says, Keith runs in the same circles as Jaden Smith. Y'all know that? Keith says, what Shamea's mom did was snaky behavior. Not snaky behavior. P.S. Andy isn't a real journalist because Wendy Williams would have got to the answer. Charles is a top 5 reader. I just feel like I get it. Sometimes you want to be respectful of whatever's happening in someone's family. But if you really want to get to the bottom of things, and you may be able to heal not just the relationship between Shamea and Porsha, but maybe the relationship between Miss Diane and Mama Morton. I know they're not there, but I'm just saying. But again, he doesn't have good intentions, so whatever. Kendra, thank you so much for another super chat. Kendra says, allegedly, the thing that Shamea does not want to talk about is that the child passed away at Miss Diane's daycare center. I heard that. I don't know if that's fact, again, because I haven't seen the documentation or the article on that. But I did hear that allegedly a child passed away at under Miss Diane's care at one of her daycare centers. She says she was sued and the family was awarded around $5 million, Kendra says. Well, $5 million from where, though? Did she have that much money? I don't know. I'm asking a serious question. Oh, well, yeah. So that's the word on the street. Nola says, I saw it's real, but Nola, I didn't see it, and this is my platform. So if I didn't see it, I can't swear that is true. If you want to send me the court docs, please do. Thank you kindly. Okay. And for those of you that want to say in the comment section, it's true. Guys, please understand. I understand that maybe you saw the court documents, but legally I have not. So I have to protect myself. Unless you want to send me the court documents, thank you. All right? All right. Because I will tell you this, 9 times out of 10, some I'm not saying this is you guys. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people come in the comment section or in the live chat will be like something's 100% true. And 9 times out of 10, I will debunk whatever they said was 100% true. So again, if you want to send me the article with the court documents, please do. And then we can revisit this because I'm sure this will come up again. Okay. In regards to the $5 million, Pontheta says that $5 million would be from the insurance that you have on the business. But then again, I'm like, how much? Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Give me the court documents, y'all. All right. I'm not going to even respond to some of the comments. All right, live chat. We're already at 597 likes, but didn't I say 750? We got over 2,000 of y'all in here. I'm not dropping the call link for you. If you're a member of the channel, I've dropped the call link for you guys on the community tab, the post tab, and if you are a Twitch member, I dropped it in the live chat there, right? I did, right? Yeah, there it goes. All right, and don't forget to follow us on Twitch as well, the Kempire on Twitch. Pageant Mommy, look, I'm just, again, if I didn't have the experience over the years where, and again, I'm not saying that what you guys are saying is not true. What I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, there have been so many people that have come in the live chat and said, this is true, it's 100% true, and then I do some research, and I'm like, oh, this is not true. I'm glad I didn't run with this. Again, if you want to send me the court documents, send me the court documents, and then we can do a follow-up, and then I'll be like, guys, I saw the court documents. You know, we did that with Messy Marcus. I had to Google schmoogle it for myself. Yeah, so in regards to the $5 million, it more than likely came from her insurance. So if that's what happened, I will get the information. Okay? All right. Keep liking the video, guys. We have a few of our members backstage and Twitch members that are backstage that want to share their thoughts. Angel is first. Angel, before you begin, Angel, I want to remind people the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, and anything that they say is alleged. Okay, Angel, what's going on?
Hey, Kim, can you hear me? I'm driving.
No, you're not. You're on speakerphone.
Well, yeah, it's through the car. But I just wanted to say,
oh, damn, now you're breaking up.
It's been years that her and...
Wait, go ahead. Now you were clear.
I'm going to drop out and I'm going to call back.
Okay, thanks, Angel. Okay. And reminder, guys, I don't see these folks on camera. However, if you're driving, we do not encourage you to call while driving. Just saying. I understand you might be on speakerphone, the car phone, but please, just for legal purposes, thank you. All right, Tanya's backstage. Tanya, Taurus with the T.
Hey, yes, it's me.
Hey.
I really love the Twitch thing going on. I think I'm going to start supporting you here. So shout out to you for doing that.
Okay.
I wanted to call and say the whole Simon going on interviews to me is so like him. Like, he cannot wait to get out there and talk about Porsha. What are you going to tell us that we couldn't have told you? We saw how she was immediately after she got divorced. Like, she transformed into Princess of Statlandia. Why did you think that this young, hot girl was really going to, like, give you everything you wanted? All you go is for younger girls. And let me just say this, I never feel bad for a man who dates someone younger and has an outward reputation of being, like they said, a marriage addict. And honestly, in my book, Porsha is a marriage addict because she's always running with I'm just a hopeless romantic, yet none of her relationships are of quality. So I don't feel bad for Simon. In terms of Shamea and Porsha, I 100% appreciate you for not running with that news, Kempire, because perpetuating the narrative about someone having a child mysteriously or unfortunately pass away in their care is a big thing to say. So I really appreciate you again for having integrity. And that's just plain out nasty painting that about Porsha's mom, regardless of how we feel. And Shamea, you continue to look ridiculous. I feel really bad. I'm going to start going with my rising sign, as you said, because she is a very disappointing Taurus at this point. You're making Kim Zodiac look a little bit more palatable. It's crazy.
No, come on. Come on.
Like,
what's Tanya, what's your rising? What's your rising?
It's a Taurus. I'm like all Taurus. I know, so I'm really embarrassing. But I want to say this in regards to the Kim thing I just said. We never saw Kim on camera be a follower. That's less than what we could say about Shamea. Have a nice night, Kim.
Ooh, damn, Tanya. Thank you. Bye. Let me try Angel again. Angel, are you there?
Yes, I'm parked. I'm good now.
Perfect. Okay, Angel, what you want to say?
Just don't trust Shamea and her timelines. I think that she's so used to lying and then kind of like not getting caught in it because nobody cared when she was a friend of, that she's probably mistaking that it was like a couple months maybe, because it doesn't take years for something to go into foreclosure. And that's it. I don't trust Shamea, and she's not nobody's glue. She needs to go sit down somewhere. with the Real Lying. They need a new cast called The Real Lying Housewives. Like, just put Katie, Shamea, Mia, just throw all them together, put it on some network that nobody wants to watch, and we'll be good. Like, because nobody really wants to see them.
Damn. All right, Angel. Is that it?
That's it, Kemp. Have a good weekend.
You too.
And thanks, Twitch family. I'm not alone in the chat anymore.
Yes. I love it. Thanks, Angel. Take care.
Bye, Kemp.
Bye. We just started telling people to go over to Twitch today, and we already building community on Twitch. Okay, Twitch. All right. All right. Barry's back there. You're going to bring Barry up next. Barry, what did you want to share in regards to this Real Housewives of Atlanta tea?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well.
I just wanted to say, I feel like people, again, with Porsha, have the shortest memory of her behavior and the things she's done on this show. Porsha is, if we're going to say Shamea's liar, and I'm not a Shamea fan, but Porsha lies, if not more so, and worse than Shamea ever has on this show. Are we going to forget how she treated Shamea when Shamea was a friend of? Yeah. Implying that she was doing stuff with Todd and them. I'm sorry, there is nothing Porsha can say that will actually make me genuinely believe her. Even in their one-on-one confrontation, when they had sat down together, Porsha started with her fake tears so she wouldn't have the conversation. She didn't deny anything Shamea accused her of.
No.
She didn't. And also, again, Porsha being a Cancer, she's really less than smart, and I don't even have to say that. Her mom did not own that business. Her daycare was in a building.
Yeah.
Shamea's mom didn't buy her business. Your business went into foreclosure because you didn't own the property. She bought it from a bank.
Yeah.
This wasn't a hostile takeover. This wasn't her buying the stocks or trades in your business and then slowly moving in her people into like the committee or the boardroom. You couldn't afford to keep your spot or buy it, so she did. That's not sneaky or underhanded. That's just business. But also, if they weren't friends, why do I have to call you this?
But if Barry, if they were friends at the time, would you expect a call from your friend? If they were friends?
No. It depends on the reason for the fallout. If we're not speaking and we have no association, and let's say our kids are friends, but we have no relationship, we're not friends anymore. I am not owed to tell you that I'm buying a business, especially, or I'm buying a building. Even if your business was in there, I'm not responsible.
But my question to you, Barry, is if they were friends at the time, if they were friends, best friends.
If they were friends, yes, I would say yes. You would tell your friend that. Yeah. If they were not, Shamea's mom doesn't owe her anything because again, she bought it off from under you. You didn't buy it, and also if they weren't friends, she's not owed that to you. So I don't this sneaky underhanded thing. You would think that she slept with her man or something, which is weird.
Damn. All right, Barry. Anything else, Barry?
No, I'm just going to go enjoy my weekend in LA City. Have a good weekend.
I know that's right. Enjoy. Bye. While I'm here working, y'all out living y'all best lives. Really? Remember that song? Living the best life. All right, live chat. We're almost at 750 likes. Keep liking the video if you haven't already. Kendra, thank you so much for another super chat. Kendra says, I was in the beauty supply store, so the black hairspray Ralph uses. Why did I yell out, woo, woo? I already told y'all my story with the black hairspray, right? When Barbara did it to me once, and I went to the gym, and I started sweating, and it started dripping down my face. I had to run to the bathroom. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, that was the first and last time. That was years ago, and ever since, I just rocked the bald head. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, let's get to the rest of these calls, and I will drop the call link for the live chat. We're almost at 750 likes, guys, but we have over 2,000 of y'all here. Again, I find that to be weird, but okay. Barry, I went to Barry. Keith, who runs in circles with Jaden Smith.
Yes, we know the same people. And I'm feeling very much like I'm one of the rich girls. but for real, though.
Wait. Before you say anything, how was Jaden Smith in person? Like, is he cute?
He is actually, like, he's very attractive. And he was there with like a couple of his friends, and they were like a couple tables over. And I didn't even notice at first. I was with my man, and he was the one.
Oh, not my man. Okay, sorry.
Look at me telling all my business, but like, yeah, he was the one who pointed it out. I was like, oh yeah, that is him. And I kept looking over because I was nosy. I want to know the celebrity T. I was like, who are you talking about? But I couldn't really hear him. But I wanted to say also with Porsha-Simon, I think Porsha just saw the bag and Simon saw the booty. Okay, like it was an equal exchange. She knew what she wanted. He knew what he wanted. And also, I have a question to Porsha, and really to like all my gold diggers or anybody that really date anybody specifically for money. No shade or anything. You know, I support all jobs. But how do y'all do it? You know, like I'm just confused because I'm looking at Simon. I'm like, I love money, but I don't love money that much, you know? So I'm like really confused on how anybody is willing to do this type of situation. But that's really all I gotta say.
All right, thanks, Keith. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend with your boo. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And if you haven't been a part of our dating lives, that's the only reason why we know so much about Keith and his dating life. We helped him get his boo. Just saying. All right, I'm going to take that. All right, let me drop the call link for the rest of the community. All right, live chat. I just dropped the call link for you guys there. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch. Again, don't forget to follow us on Twitch, TheKempire on Twitch. We're also live on X, aka Twitter. We're also live on, of course, YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget, you can hear an audio of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. And don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience, the Villain Era, is coming to Atlanta on August 5th at City Winery. Go get your tickets today if you haven't already. Then we're coming to DC on August 22nd. And then we're back in New York City on September 12th. That show has not just a meet and greet, but also a live stream ticket option. Make sure you guys go get your tickets for that as well. Because what I say in Atlanta and what I said in Philly or what I'll say in DC won't be the same thing that we say come September. So go get your tickets today. More information is available in the description. Mr. Melon Magic says, TikTok said they miss you, Kemp. I was live on TikTok after Real Housewives of Orange County's recap. Okay, let me bring up DM next. DM, what did you want to share in regards to this?
Okay, so a few things. So I haven't been watching Real Housewives, if I'm going to be honest, since Kenya left, right? But I, in live chat, could tell me, because I'll still be in it, they wanted her to be the next Candy, right? Because she could sing, she's very copacetic, she's a Taurus, she is very round-routed, and she, like, has all the money. So she has it, right? But she couldn't do it because she's a liar. So, so she got caught up in all them lies. Candy never got caught up in a lie. She's the one that had to say, you lie, you lie. So, you know, she couldn't be anything that Candy did. The next thing, a previous caller said that Simon has a serial marriage or something like that. I believe that. He sounds like my first husband, who only got married to me because in this time and day, he was kind of like a Simon Govadia. So, he just wanted to stay in the States, to be honest. But my second husband is fine. Okay. And last thing is, my second husband went, because he is sick with the I know we can't say this on YouTube, but he's sick with 2020 virus. So once he is better, he's gonna help me out with Twitch. So I'll follow you there.
Awesome. I hope he feels better.
All right. Thank you. That's all I had.
Thanks,
you.
DM. Take care. Yeah, can we not say the vid anymore on well, we never really could. For some reason it triggers something on the algorithm. I don't know. But yeah, people still getting sick with that. Lord have mercy. Knock on wood, I still haven't gotten it. So make sure if y'all sick, do not come to my show. I don't want to have to get it from the community. All right. Neo's backstage. Hey, Nelson the Virgo.
Hey, it's Kem's favorite Virgo. Neo, oh my God. Okay, so the couple thoughts that I had were, I think that the Shamea and Porsha thing is a little interesting. I think people are tired of seeing the Kenya versus Porsha thing. So maybe they're trying to doctor in a new beef. And you know, the difference between this beef and the one with Porsha and Shamea is that Shamea and Porsha were actually friends. So this beef is a little bit more meaningful than whatever petty beef that Kenya and Porsha had on TV, because you know what I'm saying? So
There's history.
I feel,
There's history.
Right. So I feel like maybe if they don't get into it in the reunion, like if they don't fully, because, you know, Andy shut it down. I know people don't, or people do realize it, but they seem to forget. This is a show, y'all. Like, they probably did talk about way more things in that moment but they're not going to show it to us because I really do feel like if they're going to film in a month, they're going to hash out all this stuff. It's just festering. We're just seeing it. It's just festering. And I think that is what, if they don't bring a Nene, we probably wouldn't even need Nene, to be honest. If this is what they want to introduce the new season with, I can see this if they don't drag it like the Drew and Porsha stuff now. I could see this being like a season-long thing, like they kind of make up and then all of a sudden one person says something and then, oh, I'm not friends with you no more. And then it's...
Do you want to see the mamas hash out their issues?
I would hope so, because maybe that healing would, heal the inner child of the other two, because I think
they would.
Their inner children are not healed because their parents were beefing. I really feel that as a fake therapist that I claim to be. So
I've been saying that. I honestly feel if the mothers who used to be best friends, not just random friends, they were best friends, are now not best friends anymore because of some business thing. I don't think it's the business thing. It's something else.
I hope we can get the real. And again, I feel like we're not probably going to get that information now, y'all. And if this stuff is sealed or whatever, we're not getting this stuff now because I really do feel like they're trying to set up for next season. I just think that if they want us to forget about maybe a Nene might come back or, Kenya could come back. It's not that they can't come back, but it's just that you need something new. And having Nene or Kenya back is just a breath of fresh air, but you still need to have a show. So I feel like this might make this could potentially make a show if the producers do it right. In my opinion, I just think so. But that's the only thing I had to say. I don't really have nothing.
That was a lot, Nelson. All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm playing. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Have a good weekend.
You too. All right. Amanda says, Kempire, tell Bravo to bring the mamas. I don't work for Bravo. I'm just saying. I think but I have good intentions. Bravo might not have the same intentions. They want to make a show. They make money off of the show. So they're going to hype this up, exploit it. I really think if we want to heal this friendship, it starts with the moms. Because clearly they just sort of kind of buried that and had decided to just have a friendship regardless of their mothers not getting along. But you saw what Miss Diane said about Shamea several episodes ago. So she doesn't even like Shamea, but Shamea is very cringy. I don't know what it is. What's her sun? What's her rising and her moon? She can be so cringy. When they were going back and forth this week on whether or not she had sent or she did anything in celebration of Shamea getting her peach. Porsha posted the video of that Shamea sent her when she had sent her flowers. And Shamea was so cringy in that video. I was like, Shamea, so you really like this? This is not, we can't even blame editing. She's running around. I'm just like, what? This is what my best friend gets when you get a peach. This is what your best friend when you get peach. And I was like, wait, I'm going to play it for y'all because I can't. I'm going to play it for y'all because y'all not going to. Do I have it here? Do I have it here or is it on my business phone? I don't even have it here. And I would go to Portia's page, but Porsha got me black. Oh, wait, it's on my TikTok. Please hold. Okay. Where's the peach? Oh, here it is.
Shamea, are you okay? Here's part 2 of what's been going on social media. Confirming Shamea was just...
Hold on, y'all.
Just heating up. Bowery, Secretary of Nigeria Union. You actually see her first slide. Her flowers queen. However, based off your ladies in the group, sent in the flat field to read what Shamea had to say.
That's not it. God damn it. I posted it on my shorts. Go check it out. Kiki says, no, please don't play it. Come on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go check out the video that I did. Scarlett says, Kempire, that video is like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, so I won't play it. If you want to see what the video I'm talking about, I did do a video talking about this. All right. Deidre says, no, she didn't block you. What do you mean, no, she didn't block me? Run to Portia's page. Kidding. All right, let me get to the rest of these calls. We have people waiting backstage. Tiffany said, your skin is so beautiful. Thank you. Brought to you today by Butter. Today's skincare is brought to you today by Butter. Check out the description for 10% off of your Butter products, y'all. Mods, if we can post the link in the live chat. Yeah, go to Butter. Go get my 10% off discount. We got some more things coming with Butter soon. All right, let me get to the rest of our callers. Noda Queen, what did you want to share in regards to this Real Housewives of Atlanta tea? Noda Queen? I can't hear you. Like I hear something, but I can't hear you. You might, if you have headphones on, Noda Queen, take them out. Noda Queen, do me a favor, drop out and call back in. Something's not connecting. We're going to bring Jess up next. Jess, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, I just want to say that, like, I'm one of those people who, like, I've seen, like, from the very beginning, the cracks between both Shamea and Porsha. So I think that, like, one thing that I noticed is that first she came into the show basically basing her entire existence behind getting under Portia's like thumb, basically getting from up under Portia's thumb. And I think that like even when you watch the reunion, you can see Portia's like face, like whenever they mention her tagline, like, you know, with her saying like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, I've been behind Porsha, but I could run with the best of them. And it's kind of a thing where it's like, okay, like, you know, if this is your friend, it's a thing where really in real life, when you have friends, you're kind of like, you're able to be proud to be beside them, not to be a lapdog per se, but it's like when you make your entire existence, like, you know, basically trying to like get away from that narrative, it's like, it does kind of come off a little bit weird to a friend. I think that with Porsha, and I think that with Porsha, she's very, very calculated, but like, dare I say smart in a way, because aren't we shocked? Because, you know, this season, right, she came into this reunion very, very calculated because she brought up a lot of things. She had a receipt for every single thing, because for me, I had a dowry ceremony. I did not classify my dowry ceremony as a wedding. I did not. Yeah. But I feel like Porsha, she had that under her belt where she was like, I'm going to have this tucked in case anyone tries to say I didn't attend the wedding. Because I know that, because the thing is that the dowry ceremony for me is like, it was for the family, it was for the husband, it was for the culture, right? But the wedding I had, it was for me. It was centered around the bride. You get to plan it and everything like that. When you go to a dowry ceremony as a woman, everything is just expected. Everything is just done to you, and not necessarily you doing any planning behind you. So I do think that Porsha, she was very calculated in all of her receipts in a way where she was like, hey, like, you called this a wedding, so I went to your wedding, so don't say that anymore. And so like, I think that with Shamea, she's coming to a place where she wants to still salvage a friendship. So she has no receipts. She just wants for her and Porsha to be friends again. Yeah. But Porsha, her mindset, I think that she came into the reunion done with Shamea. She wanted to, when she said she wanted to be done with, she wanted to salvage a friendship, she wanted to save a friendship, and she wanted to let some go. She was talking about letting Shamea go, embracing Drew, embracing Angela, and like, letting Kelly go.
Well, you saw the comment that Shamea said when they were going back and forth earlier this week. She says that Porsha has been trying to end this friendship since she got her peach.
I do believe that.
I do agree with you. I do feel as if Portia's a lot smarter than we give her credit, because look how she scammed the scammer.
Oh yeah, big time. And the thing about it is with Simon, I feel like not that he loved her more or anything like that, but I thought that he felt like he probably met his match with Porsha in a way that he could let his guard down. And he thought that they would be together, like, you know, you and I running off into the sunset like Bonnie and Clyde. But you know that she did a 180 on him. And she dropped him. And that's why I do believe that he was indeed blindsided for sure.
Oh, yeah. I think we can agree that, because we were blindsided. So
yeah.
I'm sure he was blindsided.
Oh, yeah.
But is he a victim?
No, he's not. He's not a victim. None of them are. Yep. So that's me. That drops the mic.
Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. Right, have a good night. Bye. Let's try Noda Queen again. Noda Queen, are you there? I hear something. Noda Queen? Okay, we're going to drop Noda Queen out. All right, Jalen's backstage. Jalen, what did you want to share? Jalen, you're muted.
Hi, Kempire. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm washing dishes.
I know, that's right. That's what I should be doing right now. What's going on?
Well, first thing I want to say is if you ever decide to come out to OKC, we will be lucky to have you.
Where?
OKC, Oklahoma City.
They got black people out there? No, I'm playing.
Yes, we have a whole HBCU and everything.
I'm joking. I'm being facetious. I know there's a whole black community that are from Oklahoma. But I don't know how many of them watch me. If you get the word out and you start building our community out there, then I'll come and do a live show.
Listen. Give me a challenge. I'm here for it.
Oh, okay. All right. What did you want to share?
I just wanted to say that what Shamea is giving this season is Gretchen Wieners without Regina George. So when Gretchen started losing her mind, when Regina was not trying to be bothered with her, that's what Shamea was giving. Because all that crying and stuff and like, oh, well, nobody talks about my friendships. I'm like, girl, you look very thirsty. And the girl clearly doesn't want to be your friend.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just let it go and move on. Because what it looks like is you was the porch monkey all these seasons as a friend of the show, and you can't hold it as your own with your peach. And just a side note, they need to go on and bring Shamari back on and Eva and Marlo. That would be the season.
Oh.
With all the rest of the girls. Mm-hmm.
Why Shamari? Because I always hear people wanting to bring back Shamari.
I don't think they gave Shamari a fair shot because, she left because of how they depicted her. But she's got that whole life where they're touring, her husband's touring, the life that they have, their kids. Yeah. And I remember in a couple of interviews, she said that they didn't get to show a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, Eva, she's divorced now. So what is her life
getting back
like
with
now?
that man? They're getting back together.
Oh, see, look, there you go. See, that's a whole, I would sit there and watch 2 seasons of that. And then Marlo with her kid, with her boys, like that's a whole different side of her. And she brings the shade. And then you got the ladies that you got now. Maybe take Shamea off. Kelly might got another chance, but the rest of them,
If Marlo comes back, she comes back as a friend of though.
Yeah. And I mean, and Phaedra would have a little bit more banter to work with. So I mean, she aight. So I think they need to kind of explore that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Now you got a challenge. Get our community numbers up in Oklahoma.
I got you. Now I'm on this Twitch because y'all been talking about it all week. And this 4K is everything. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Shayla. Have a good day.
Have a good night.
Bye. All right. We're going to get to some more callers, guys. Everyone's like, no Marlo, no Marlo. We gave Marlo a shot. I think if Marlo comes back as a friend of, I could see if it's because Marlo's not really rocking with the current cast like that. Like she does, like she's hung out with them, but I don't think she's like close with them. I don't even know if she's even close with anybody like Nene or someone like that. I don't know. I mean, I do see that. I do every once in a while see posts from her and the boys. So she's still raising those boys, going off to college. Like that's really nice. I really don't care about anything else in regards to Marlo. Just saying. But okay. Let's try Know the Queen again. Know the Queen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. Why do you sound far away, though?
Hold up. Let me take off the thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were checking. We were wondering, like, what happened with Know the Queen? We might have to call the police.
I don't know.
What's going on?
Oh, my God. First of all, hey, it's been a while since I called in.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, I think that with Shamea and Porsha's mom situation, there's a certain understanding you have to have when you have a competing business with a friend. And so I don't see it as what she did was egregious if that's all she did was buy something from the bank. So I think that we need to move on from that. Now, what the context is before, that's a whole different story. But for what we have now, it really isn't that big of a deal to me. And the same with Porsha and Shamea, I really think a lot of their beef is just because they don't want us to share the spotlight. They're both, I feel like they bonded this long because they both are jealous of what the other person has because neither of them are satisfied with all that they have. So they need to grow up. They need to get over it. I don't care that much. I barely watched this season anyway. But it's nice to talk to you again.
Thank you, Know the Queen. Have a good night. All right. Let me say thank you, guys. We're almost at 900 likes. Keep liking the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. I want to say, Kimberly, thank you so much for the super chat. Kimberly says, I was on TikTok earlier and Dominique Morgan mentioned your reporting as one of the most credible online. I was in the chat cheering you on, and it's true. Oh, thank you. And thank you for that, because a lot of times I don't know when people are talking about it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Kimberly, thank you for being a member. Sin, thank you so much for the super chat. See, y'all lucky I'm gay. We have such beautiful women in our community. This is why I say straight men need to be friends with me. I could hook y'all with some beautiful women. My Lord. Sin, thank you for the super chat. Sin says, got my chicks for Atlanta. I'm going to need to know if Kenya's coming back by August 5th. Team Twirl. I'm on it. All right. Yes, guys, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to Atlanta on August 5th at City Winery. I know it's a Tuesday, but that don't matter. You only live once. It's the summertime. And how often do I come to Atlanta? Not often. All right. The last time I was there was last July. Okay. So go get your tickets today. Meet and greet tickets are available. Then I'm in DC on August 22nd at the Pearl. We're at a different place. It's across the street from the other place. They overbooked. So we'll be there on August 22nd. Go get your tickets for that. And then we're back in New York City on September 12th. The New York City show has a special live stream option so everyone can attend. So please understand, God only knows what can happen between the live shows that I'm having in Atlanta and DC and what I find out in September, because I'm going to share it with our community that's attending the September show. All right, so stay tuned. More information on the Kempire After Dark, the Villain Era live experience will be available in the description, along with everything Kempire, from our merch, cameos. If you want a birthday message from me, I know it's that time of the year. Happy Leo season. I have a Leo moon, so I feel like I can celebrate as well. All right, thank you so much, guys. Let's bring up Chrissy. Chrissy's been waiting so patiently behind the scenes. Chrissy, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just really wanted to talk about Shamea and Portia's friendship. I'm really starting to believe what other people I've been seeing saying online, like Carlos and even Claudia, saying that they have been hearing that Shamea and Portia don't even hang out like that. And I really don't believe that they are best friends. I think they are good friends. I think they're old friends. You know, they've been friends since childhood, but they're not best friends. I'm sure a lot of us have friends we've known since childhood, but they're not our best friend.
Yeah.
And Shamea, you already said that too, like a couple of times, that Shamea calls a lot of people her best friend. And Portia has more fun and seems closer to Phaedra than Shamea. So we see Portia hang out with Phaedra more than Shamea before they had this fallout.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're best friends. I feel like Shamea is trying to cling on to Portia. Portia doesn't look like she even really cared about this friendship as much as Shamea does. And I'm kind of happy they're not even really, because I'm just tired of it. I think it's just fake. Y'all not close like that. Y'all don't seem to like each other like that. Shamea, and I think Shamea, it kind of really turned me off because I don't like two-faced people. So it's like 1 second you're saying that you're trying to bat for me, you're trying to defend me, but then you're talking bad about me with the same women that you're supposedly defending me against. It's just like, it's not trustworthy. No. And I feel like Shamea knew what she was doing. I think she was trying to kind of like ostracize Portia a bit. So I kind of.
So you believe it was a scheme and a plot?
It was a scheme that Todd set up. It was a scheme. I really do feel like she was trying to manipulate some things, like not really make Portia realize, I'm the biggest op. She was the biggest op. Even though I'm not Team Portia.
Do you agree with Angela in regards to what she said on the after show, that Shamea played the long game?
Yes, of course. I feel like Shamea is, and I was talking about this with a friend of mine. I have a friend. He used to live in Atlanta. He used to date. His ex is a guy that has a showroom in Atlanta. So a lot of women go to him to get dressed. So he knows a lot of tea. And he even told me that, yes, it just seems she was doing a long game. Shamea wants fame. Shamea doesn't need the show. You have a husband that takes great care of you. He doesn't even want to be on the show. He provides a fantastic life for you. But you want the fame, which a lot of housewives want. They don't need the money, but they want the attention.
But she's always wanted to be famous. She's been trying to pursue a music career for years, and she just never had it.
She need to let that go. No shade.
Yeah.
But the time has passed for that. I would believe Drew doing it before Shamea does it. And I just feel like she was doing a long game. And now that she's on the show, it's a flop. But I feel like we should give her a second chance.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't do better next season, they might fire her. That's what I feel. But that's all I want. That's
Thank
all
you,
I want to
Chrissy.
say.
We appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. I have to say this. Shout out to the callers. Come on. The callers were on fire tonight. Like, they gave great perspective. They weren't just shady. They gave really great perspectives. So if you're watching the replay of this, I want to hear your perspectives as well. Shout out to our Twitch community. I see, hold on. Nelson on Twitch says, Twitch is more about having more people on the stream at a time. So come on over to Twitch, y'all. Make sure you follow us. Nelson says, Kemp needs more people subscribed on Twitch for more features to pop up first, I think. Make sure you guys follow. Can we put the link for my Twitch in the chat? Hold on. Let me see if I can find my link. Mods, can we find the link for my Twitch? What's the Twitch? Hold on. I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do this. Guys, while I'm doing this, don't forget you can hear an audio of our live stream on your, whatchamacallit, on the Kempire podcast. There we go. I'm trying to find my link. Okay. This is not my link. This is someone else's. Right? Yeah, this is somebody else's. This is not me. Please hold. I'm trying to have everything. And shout out to our new members. We appreciate you guys as well. Either way, I will get you guys the link. Stay tuned. Mama Ellie says, I don't even know what Twitch is. You know what, Mama Ellie? I'm gonna need you to get it together. Let me just see something. Twitch. Let me go here. Because I know it's like, my name is TheKempire, but I wanted to give you guys the actual link. There it goes. Hold on. Let me just do this while we're live, guys. Oh, Lord. I sent an email. Lord have me. Don't y'all hate when they send you, like, go look up your email and blah, 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 blah. We're going to do this live. And while I'm doing that, keep liking the video. Let's get to 1,000 likes because we're so close to 1,000 likes. We are so close to 1,000 likes. And it's one of those emails that I've had for years. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, oh, my gosh. Did you guys see the trend of people ordering Blackberries? They're trying to get back on their Blackberries. I miss the email when it comes to Blackberries. I don't miss the functionality of a Blackberry. I miss the email functionality of a Blackberry. And this is taking forever. All right. Anyways, guys, my name on Twitch is TheKempire. Erica says just followed on Twitch. There we go. All right. I have my code here. Let me put my code in because they won't let me log in. Let me say, there we go. All right. Let me see where I can.
You wasn't even doing that. My boy learned.
Mute. Twitch is interesting. Okay. This is my channel. Okay. Look, mute. Look, mute. All right. So this is my URL. Twitch.tv/TheKempire. Miss Foodie says, I miss my BlackBerry. See, BlackBerry just got left behind. That's what it was. I miss BBM. Remember that? But it was so functional. I don't know what I did with because the other day I saw my when I moved, not the other day, like a year ago, I saw my old BlackBerry and I was like, now it's such a trend that everyone's talking about I don't know what I did with that BlackBerry. I hope I didn't throw it out. I probably did. Damn. I miss my BlackBerry. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, guys, so be sure to follow me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/TheKempire. As Nelson said, I think once we get a certain amount of followers, then we could do a lot more on Twitch. All right, Lauren's backstage. I'm going to bring Lauren up next. Lauren, what did you want to share in regards to Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Hi, this is my first time ever calling in, and I just clicked on your link because I was listening to your OC and it scrolled down and you was there. So I said, okay, let me just click and see what this is. And This is my first time.
We were talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you watch?
I do watch, but I don't watch. I just listen to your recaps.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. What are you thinking? What are you thinking in regards to this whole Shamea and Porsha friendship breakup that's happening?
I can see it because I kind of went through a friendship breakup with someone where, there's a lot of jealousy just because like your life changes and, not everybody goes on the same path.
Yeah.
And sometimes your path can be a little greater or less than someone else. Mm-hmm. But I think that, yes, everyone thinks that Porsha is jealous of Shamea. And I think that they both like got a Freaky Friday switch.
Not Freaky Friday. They're coming out the new movie, Freakier Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you enjoy this season? Well, you didn't watch it. You only listened to my recaps.
I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. It was better than the last couple seasons.
Oh, okay.
So I did enjoy it. I enjoyed meeting the new people. I enjoyed the dynamics, the kind of shifts in the group. I kind of feel like, I don't know why, but I kind of feel like Kelly was isolating Shamea to herself.
Really?
I do. I just like the way everything's working. Like, she did kind of want to push Porsha out, and she did want to push Britt out, and she did want to push Angela out. Like, I feel like she really kind of wanted to isolate Shamea for herself.
Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Oh, I mean, that's interesting. I can see that.
Now she's kiki haha with Shamea, like they're like the best of buds everywhere. And I'm just like, this is a little strange.
Okay. Now we're going to have to pay attention to that.
I was going to say pay attention to that part, because this whole thing where they're like, oh, even the way they're talking about Britt, Britt did what she did, but just the way they were talking about how she acted and what she did, I was like, she didn't really do anything that bad that those two are carrying on that way about her.
Okay. All right, Lauren, we appreciate you calling in. Anything else before we let you go?
No, I never got to go see one of your live shows because you haven't come to South Florida, but you did go to Philly, and I'm from Philly, but I did buy a ticket even though I did not go to the show. Well, but I did want to support.
Thank you so much for supporting.
That's my hometown.
I do need to come to Florida. I need to come to a lot of places. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lauren. We appreciate the support. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. I keep forgetting it's Friday night. What the hell am I doing here? I should be out and about. Getting my Freaky Friday on. You know what I'm about to do? I'm going to go eat something. I didn't eat dinner yet. It's almost 8:30 here in New York City, but I'm so glad that we were able to catch up and have this conversation together, guys. Don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps on the Kempire podcast. If you haven't subscribed today, be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 likes, guys. I don't know why we're not at 1,000. But let's get there. Ray, thank you so much for the super chat. Ray, look, we got a bunch of beautiful people in our community. Ray says, I changed my profile to get a compliment. I didn't even read your super chat, and I gave you the compliment on the phone. Y'all are a mess. That y'all try to flirt with me to get a compliment. Really? Y'all are a mess. We got a bunch of beautiful people in our community. Look at Miss Beverly. I haven't seen Miss Beverly in a hot second, but she's been a member. We appreciate you. Keisha says, Kempire, you ain't going nowhere. I didn't even go on my evening walk. I've been going on my evening walk, but I said I need to give my body a little bit of a rest, okay? Oh, damn, Baba Ali. Not the read. She says, you'll never find your millionaire in your apartment, Kempire. I've been going on my walks in the evenings, okay? Look, right now, I'm definitely not going anywhere. I'm going to go eat dinner, take a shower, and lay down. But when I come to Atlanta, we're going to be partying together on a Tuesday night. Get your tickets today, guys, for the Kempire After Dark live experience coming to Atlanta on August 5th. And then I'm in D.C. on August 22nd. D.C., y'all have no excuse. We're on a Friday night. New York, you have no excuse. We're also on a Friday night, September 12th. The New York City show has a live stream option. So if you're watching me on Twitch, go get your tickets today, guys, for the Kempire After Dark live experience. If you think we have a good time online, can you imagine in person? Go get your tickets today. I will see you guys soon. And what I will be doing while I'm eating dinner, doing some research on Detroit and South Florida. Okay, stay tuned, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you to the ones that watch, but you haven't subscribed. I'm not gonna, be mad at it. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. But subscribe. You're missing out. Just saying. All right. I'm going to stay a little bit longer with our Twitch community. So head on over to Twitch if you haven't followed me on Twitch. Hey, Sheree. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. I'm going to post it again in the chat. I'm going to stay on Twitch and Twitter. for a hot second, for like 10 more minutes. Goodbye, y'all. Boom, boom. Twitch people, don't go anywhere. I'm coming back to y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. As always, you can hear Kempire on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. More information can be found on KempireRadio.com.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.